Hey there folks. Now one of the most common questions I get from all my videos is where do I put my catch when I'm out in the kayak? So today I thought I'd go over some of the different catch bags that I've been using for my fish when I'm in the kayak, and which ones are my favorite and which ones are not. Now I've probably spent well over $1,000 cycling through different bags trying to find one that really meets my needs, and that is I need a bag that's large enough to accommodate larger fish like salmon and lingcod when I'm out there. I also need it not to leak. Now I don't mind it leaking all over in my kayak or on the shore, but when I put that catch bag in my car, I don't want fishy, slimy, bloody water leaking all over the inside of my vehicle. I don't have a truck, so if it goes inside my car, that smell stays inside my car, which is a bit of a problem. I need it to be durable, and I need it to be able to fit on my kayak and allow for additional space for my gear. So there's a lot of limitations there. And I've tried there's a lot of like really affordable, like $50 to $60 bags from like Calcutta. There's like a Mustad addicted fishing one. Every single one of those I have bought has eventually leaked. Actually, they usually leak within the first couple weeks. And that's because they're designed to be kept in the boat or in a truck, not in the back of your vehicle, where leaking isn't as big of an issue. So let's start with some of the bags I've tried. So if you start Googling kayak catch bags, you're going to get a lot of bags that are shaped like this. They're designed to lock into the front or the bow of the kayak. And personally, I cannot stand these because there's one thing that I do not want to be doing is reaching over my pedal drive system to put my catch away, especially when I'm fishing for things like kokanee or sockeye salmon, rainbow trout, walleye. Those are multiple limit fish. I'm often running 2 rods. I don't want to have to stop, pull up all my gear, reach over the front, put a fish in here, close it. I want to be able to keep my other rod deployed, keep fishing, keep moving, and not have to deal with this. Now, bags shaped like this can be thrown in the stern of your kayak, but because of their shape, they gobble up most of your storage space that I need for things like tackle. This is the Wilderness Systems one. I do like it. It's very well designed, and if you're looking for a bow-shaped bag, it's been one of my more favorite ones that I've tried. It has a nice mesh storage area here with latches, so you can put things like gear in here. It also has waterproof zippers here that are a little bit heavier duty than what I see on some of the other cheaper bags. It's got a storage area here which is segregated from your catch area, and you can put some pretty large fish in here. You could definitely fit a king salmon in there, a couple coho, rockfish, lingcod, and still have space. It feels like a very heavy duty slick material that will probably take rockfish spines fairly well. I don't know how long it'll hold up for. I've only had this one for about 3 months, and I've used it a few times, and it's done okay, but like I said, it gobbles up a lot of space in the back. This one retails for $185. They're kind of hard to find, but it does have 6 attachment points, so you can lock it into your bow. It even has little straps that you can put on, and you can wear it like a backpack as well. It's got these skid plates on the bottom, so it can be moved around, slid around the back of a vehicle or truck. The one thing that I do like about it is it didn't leak. I put a bunch of fish in here, threw this in the car. As long as you keep it like this. Now, if you tilt it on its side, you start getting a little bit of leakage out around the zippers. So not my favorite, but probably my favorite so far, designed to fit in the bow of a kayak. Okay, so next up is the Fathom 3 by Oppa. Now this is a heavy duty catch cooler. It's very thick, so if we unzip this, it's got a heavy duty zipper on the top here. Probably the best zipper I've seen on all of them, but it still have problems with it because of really poor stitching along the top here. There's a lot of overlap with the fabric on the outside with the zipper, and it catches on it on the inside. You can see it takes a lot of effort to zip and open this thing, but it does have really thick insulation. What I like about this bag is obviously it's very well built in terms of how heavy duty it is. The material is going to be very resistant to puncture from fish spines like rockfish. It has a drain, which is really nice for rinsing out at the end of the day, get all that blood and ice down there. Just take a hose to it, open up the drain valve, and push all that blood out. Hit it with a little bit of a light bleach solution, and you're good to go. It has an external storage pocket here, so you can put things in here. It's not dry, and there's no drain in this, which I think is a bad design here. It would have been better if they would have put some rivets on the bottom of that and let it drain out. But it's a good place to store some tackle, not waterproof. And then on the inside, they actually have a secondary storage pouch, which you can put things like your food in and keep it separate from your catch. And that is waterproof as well, so you won't get bloody water, slimy, fishy water intruding up against your food directly. If you want to isolate it in there, you can do that. There's some little webbing pouches here on the side to add additional storage, and then really heavy-duty carry handle, which I really like. The stitching on this thing is crazy. There's just heavy-duty stitching everywhere. It feels like it's very durable. The only thing I don't like about it is it's just a little too bulky this way. You see, that takes up a pretty substantial portion of the back of my kayak, especially my smaller kayaks like my Salty, which has become my preferred kayak. It's definitely large enough to accommodate big king salmon and lingcod, and that's why I still oftentimes will reach for this, just because if I know I'm going out off those really large game fish, this is the bag I'm going to reach for. There's some changes that I had wished that they had done, and that is, like I said, put a drain here. A little bit cleaner sewing here along the top would have probably helped a lot with getting this zipped up. It's definitely one of those bags that I'm just going to leave unzipped out there and just throw the fish back on top of it, because it's just such a pain to reach back. This zipper just catching so much when I'm trying to close it. Like right now, it's a two-handed operation. I don't want to have to bring the bag forward. So yeah, it's a pretty spendy bag as well. It's $239. They also just came out with a bow bag shaped like the Wilderness Systems. I haven't tried it. I'm not going to spend any more money on bow bags. I'm done with them. Okay, so that's the Fathom 3 from Oppa. So now let's take a look at my favorite catch bag, which is the Columbia Performance Fishing Gear Perfect Cast 45-liter tote. Now, I've been using this bag for 5 years now, and it still works perfectly. It doesn't leak. I have no issues with it. The only thing I don't like about it is that they use really cheap zippers on the top, and they will fail within the first few trips every time. But I loved this bag. I loved this bag so much I wanted more of these bags, but they went out of production for years. And then they came back into production, and they made them slightly bigger. So here's the new ones, here's the old one. Okay, so what do I love about this bag? This bag meets 90% of my fisheries needs. I can squeeze a big king salmon in here. I've done it. I've put 20-pound kings in there. You kind of got to bend them a little bit, which does cause some damage to the meat. But it works great for all my walleye, my kokanee, trout fisheries, coho, those smaller salmon fisheries, rockfish. This is the bag I go for. Retails for only 70 bucks, which is great because, you know, we lose things in the kayak, sometimes in the surf, we flip. You don't have to worry about that so much with this because you're not dropping a $250 bag, and it lasts for a long time. Are the zippers in the top going to fail on this one, on the new ones? Absolutely, they're the same cheapo zippers that will probably not hold up. If they would just do this, they'd have the perfect catch bag in my opinion. They've got a little waterproof storage pocket here, so you can put paper in there, licenses, whatever you want, your cell phone. It is going to stay dry. But what I like most about this is the inside of this. It's fairly thin insulation, but you know, it's not like we're going out there for 5 days in these things. We just need it to hold ice for the day and keep our catch cool. But what's great about this is on the inside, they have an insert. In fact, they have two inserts. And they have these bags that Velcro inside there. You get two of them, although oftentimes I will just go down to one. So I'm going to pull these apart. And with this bag here, you get this highly waterproof, durable. It's a laminated fabric here on the inside. You can see they've got that webbing in there. These things are like indestructible. It's all sealed one piece around with a welded edges here. My old one here, just to show you what a 5-year-old one looks like, it looks basically the same. I have had no holes in these things. They're great. They don't discolor. They don't weaken over time. The inside starts to crack with that aluminum foil on the inside, but it still will not leak. Even if you get water in this thing, they've got this heavy duty welded seam along the bottom. They got the same on the new ones. And yeah, I mean, that's a 5-year-old bag versus a new bag. They look basically the same. They're super easy to clean and use bleach on. Even the inside bag has a little carry handle, so you can move your catch out of this bag back to your fillet table and leave this bag aside. And you can even have a second bag inside there with your food. So what this allows you to do is you can put your catch in one bag, you can put your food in another bag, you can put your ice packs in the bottom here, or ice, and then stack these on top of it. They're isolated so they don't get soggy and wet, and your food doesn't mix with your catch. So it's a really smart system. I wish they just upgraded the zippers on it, but it's really nice to reinsert these. There's Velcro along the sides here, and then on the inside there. So you just push this down back in there at the end of the day, or when you're going out on a new adventure, and then lock it in, and that will let you be set for the day. I typically just go with one, and I leave the bag open, throw my ice packs down in the bottom here, or ice, and then as I catch fish, I just reach behind me. Everybody's like, where do your fish magically go? All I'm doing is just dropping them in this thing behind me. I can reach right around, put them on ice. They're good to go. Do I think the zippers will last on this new one? Absolutely not, but I don't care because ultimately I still feel like this is the best catch bag that meets my needs. If they just upgraded the zippers, it would be the perfect catch bag. And at 70 bucks retail, that's really hard to beat. So that's the Columbia Performance Fishing Gear 45 liter perfect cast catch bag. All right, guys, I'll put links to all of these below. If you have any questions about these bags, please let me know in the comments section. If you end up buying one of these bags, I would really appreciate it if you bought it through one of the links below. It really helps out this channel, helps support this channel and its growth. All right, guys, I'll see you next time out on the water. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder. Bye, guys.